Alrighty, so here we go. We're going to start doing the recording. This will be part one of your fall semester exam review. So how does it work this? Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to give you the answer, and then I'll explain what the answer is. Okay, so the answer for this one is 4, and this one is 7/9. And all you got to do, guys, is actually put these numbers in place of the x, or in place of the a, b, c, and type it into the calculator. So like if you type in 2 parentheses 1.5 squared minus 1.5 divided by 3 and press enter, you would get an answer of 4. On this one, press Control Divide to get this fraction symbol, and then you would say 3 times 1 squared plus 2 times 2 over 3 squared, and you press enter and you'll get 7/9. This one, the answer, like for these first next two, number 3 and number 4, you are going to use the idea of absolute value. And you will get negative 13, and 3.5. Okay, you can easily type these into the calculator. To get these symbols, you press the button next to the 9, just like you would for the matrices, and it's the very first choice on the second row. So you could easily go negative, press the square root or the absolute value symbol, and type in negative 8 minus 2 times 2.5. Press enter, and it would give you that negative 13. Just set, like you could say here, 3 negative 8 plus 6 absolute value minus the absolute value of 2.5, and it will give you 3.5 as an answer. For number 5, you have to say, well, let's distribute. Okay, distribute 1/4, which means divide by 4. 1/4 of 12v is 3v. 1/4 of 8 is 2. 2 times 6 is 12v. 2 times 1 is 2. 12v plus 3v is 15v. 2 minus 2 gives you 0, so the answer is 15v. There you go, simple as that. There are those problems. So a lot of these should be very basic stuff that you should be able to remember and hopefully can do from there. Alright, so here for number 6 and number 7, we need to solve. For number 6, all you got to do is divide by 4, and let me put the answers again. The answer for this one is x equals 9/2. Number 7, don't know why I'm writing number 7, x equals 11. Number 8, x equals 2 or negative 5, and I'll explain that one in a minute. And number 9, x equals 8 or negative 4. Okay, so on this one, all you had to do is divide by 4, put it in the calculator, and you would get that x equals 9/2, or you might get 4.5, depending on which calculator you're using. Okay, here I always tell y'all variables to the left, so minus 3x, numbers to the right, minus 2, and you get 2x equals 22. Divide both sides by 2, and that will give you x equals 11. So these are some basic steps of stuff that you should know how to do. Now, with number 8 and number 9, you have to be careful. Notice here on number 8, the absolute value is by itself. In other words, there is nothing outside of it. So that means I can drop the absolute value and say 2x plus 3 equals 7. 2x plus 3 equals negative 7. Okay, so then I need to subtract 3 from both sides on both equations. This gives me 2x equals 4, and this one gives me 2x equals negative 10. Divide both sides by 2, and that's where I get x equals 2 and negative 5. Okay, so you can see there that you will, with these absolute value equations, get 2 answers. So kind of keep that in mind. Okay, now for number 9, I need to get rid of this 4 first, because I need the absolute value by itself. So when I do that, I end up with the absolute value of, I get x minus 2 is equal to 6, which means I'm saying x minus 2 is equal to 6, or x minus 2 equals negative 6. Add 2 to both sides, and that's where I get the 8, and I get the negative 4. Okay, so this should be some simple solving of equations that we should remember, and that should be that. Okay, so number 10 and number 11, I kind of have to give myself some space, squeeze it in here, but Again, here's a very basic problem. I want to add 5 to both sides. So keep that in mind. We should know how to work these out. Divide by 3. And I get t is greater than 12. So that means at 12 I would put an open dot and shade to the right. This one, a couple of different ways you could do this. Let's say you decide to distribute and you have 2x plus 6 is less than or equal to 54. Subtract 6, you get 2x is less than or equal to 48. Divide by 2, you get x is less than or equal to 24. So there are those numerical answers, but 24 is a closed dot because of this line underneath, and you shade to the left. Now keep in mind that some basic ideas of what you can say here is, don't forget, like for your note card, you could always put that, when there's no line, open dot. This is for single variable. Oh, wait, you know what? We didn't do graph inequalities. Dang, now they forgot a lot of stuff to put into this thing. Close dot. Obviously, you shade to the left. Here, you would shade to the right. So that's something you can add to your note card to help you get to that. Okay? All right, so then on 12 and 13, or 12 through 23, look, you can use the whole menu 7-5 and set all those up. Okay, so if you do that, that's what I thought I did. Okay, if you do that, then let me go ahead and erase all this. So 12 through 23, those are matrices problems. I mean, there's other methods that we can use, but I'm not going to be picky on which method you use. So if you feel like that's easier for you, then do that. So you can say menu 7-5, press that button next to the 9. And then go from there. So for number 12, if you set it up correctly, you should get an answer of 2, 0, or x equals 2, y equals 0. 13, you get 4, 1. 14, you get 0, 4. 15, you get 2, 1. 16, you get 2, -2. Okay? And then 17, 18, 19, and 20, you can watch the test 7 review video, but I will also go over some of these. Okay? With 17, every time you see the word perimeter, you should be writing 2L plus 2W. So maybe you put perimeter on your note card and write 2L plus 2W. And then you could also make note of length. Oh, and by the way, the perimeter is equal to 356. Oh, I guess I should write that. Length L equals 7 more than, so plus 7, twice the width, 2W. Okay, move the 2W to the other side, and you would end up with 1L minus 2W equals 7. So these are the ones you can put into the equations, and when you do that, you'll get the length is equal to 121 meters, and the width is equal to 57 meters. Okay, here it goes straight in order. 3x plus 4y plus 4y. I have no clue why I'm writing 4y when it says 12. 12y is equal to 629.25. 4x plus 14y is equal to 789.10. Okay, so when you plug that in, you will find out that x is equal to $109.95 and y is equal to $24.95. 19 is what's called a mixed problem. A mixed problem means that you're supposed to go, okay, so this is a mixture type problem. You might want to make note of that. And that means you say x plus y is equal to, so this is my total equation. X plus y equals the total, which in this case is 36. Then you've got x plus y equals, and this is what's called a mixed equation. Notice here I got x. I basically got the first one, but rewritten now. I take three numbers here, dun dun dun, and put them in order. 275, 475, 371. Type that into the calculator, and rounding off to the nearest pound, you will get x is equal to 19 pounds, and y is equal to 17 pounds. I believe you actually get like 18.7 and 17.2, but you get the idea. Okay, number 20. This is what is called a motion. Motion problems start off like this. X plus y equals, and put it in parentheses, x minus y equals, distance goes at the end, 45, 27, time goes in front, 3 hours, 3 hours. So you're really saying here 3x plus 3y equals 45, 3x minus 3y equals 27. And then you can divide and get an answer, or do the whole calculator thing to get x is equal to 12. That is the weirdest looking 12. Let's try that again. 12 kph, because it's a speed, and y is equal to 3 kph, kilometers per hour. Okay, so there are those problems right there. That covers that material right there. You know what? Let's look at 22, 21, and 22. Okay, so 21. Okay, 21, I want to talk about like setting up the equation. Oh, they wanted me to use S, M, and L. I really don't care, to be honest. You can see that there, but I did it with X, Y, and Z. I didn't even read the question. Okay, so it says here, printing companies sell small packages of personalized stationery for $7 each, medium packages for $12 each, large packages for $15 each. And companies sold 9 packages of stationery, collecting a total of $86. 3 times as many medium packages were sold as large packages. Set it up. Okay, so you kind of need to know what X, Y, and Z are. Or S, M, and L, whatever. X will be the small packages, M will be the medium, Y will be the medium packages, and Z will be the large packages. Now it says that there were 9 of them sold. So that means if I take the X, the Y, and the Z, the small, medium, and large packages, I sold 9. Then take the dollar amounts. $7 plus $12 plus $15 has to equal the $86. Notice that 7 with the small, 12 with the medium, and 15 with the large. Now, the harder one is that last one. 3 times as many medium were sold as large. So that means I need to take the medium, or take the large, multiply by 3, and I would get the medium, which is what this equation says. Now I need to move the 3z over to the other side, so I can do it based on the matrices. Moving 3z to the other side means there's nothing left on the right, so I should put a 0. There is also no x. There was no small stationary mentioned for that one, so 0x. So then I can type that into the calculator, and when I do that, you should get that x equals 5, y equals 3, and z equals 1. That means there were 5 small packages sold, 3 medium packages sold, and 1 large package sold. Okay, so there's that one right there, and then now let me do number 22. Okay, so here's the setup for 22. I would just type it in just like that, do the menu 7.5 thing, because that's honestly the way I've shown it to you guys. So here, when you do that, you get an answer that x will equal 1, y will equal -2, z will equal 5. Now, again, there's times when I told you about no solution and infinite solutions. More than likely, that's not going to appear here on these. So just kind of keep that in mind. You should have no fraction answers unless, you know, like say something with dollar amounts or something like 50 cents. But that's pretty much it. So there are the first 23 problems for your semester exam review. And if you have any questions, feel free more than to ask. If there's questions on how to type things on the calculator, please make sure to ask during class time. Anyways, thank you very much. And here, I guess I'll see you all later. Thank you.